we're not okay. I look into your eyes and see you fade away. But we're not the same. It's like we're on two sides of the Milky Way. Somehow we got used to the problems. Baby, we got used to falling. I'm tired of feeling blue when I lose myself to love.
So the first thing we're going to start on is going to be our crock pot meal. So crock pot meals are this, like, pretty much the simplest thing to do as far as utilizing time and meal prep and, you know, all the things. So what I want to show you is the meat we're going to use. This is, I took this out of the freezer and I thought it was strip steaks and or like maybe like a bottom sirloin, like thinly cut. I didn't know what it was. I just knew it was some kind of beef. So this is I
think it's a chopped up fire round.
Yeah. So with this meat, it's super tough. So you kind of want to utilize your crock pot and slow cook it. I didn't want to do a stew or anything like that. First off, like, I just don't like eating stuff. That's just not my favorite thing to eat. And it's getting warmer out and I wanted something kind of light. And I thought something along the lines of like beef sandwiches, or even if we can do this type of beef over some jasmine rice, because I'm going to make some of that. So that's what we're going to do. So I have this little pile of meat here, and I'm going to just put it into the crock pot. Again, it is defrosted. And then we're just going to season. You could add a little bit of a bone broth. If you had it like a beef bone broth, that would be really great. I would actually prefer that. I'm just gonna do water because I forgot to get the bone broth, but that'll give you some added electrolytes, especially for those of you who are following like a keto lifestyle. What we're gonna have is, what you're gonna need is some au jus, just some like gravy mix. We're gonna add in some Italian dressing mix. This is just the powdered one. This is the Jewel brand, but whatever version you wanna get. And then I like to add in some pepperoncinis, and I'm gonna add in a little bit of water. And that's really it. It's really one of those like dump and go meals. For this amount of meat, I like for my food to be super flavorful. So this was probably what, 3 or 4 pounds?
Probably like
5 pounds. So we'll add in 2 packages just because, like I said, I like for it to be super flavorful. I'm gonna cook this on high for probably, you know, 5 to 6 hours, and then, you know, let it cool, and then we will add it to a container. Like I said, you can put this over rice, or add in, or serve it over some bread or potatoes or whatever you want to do. We're going to take that Italian seasoning mix. We're going to take 2 of those as well. Like I said, this meat is not very tender, so we want to let it get very seasoned up and let it absorb some of this flavor. And everybody loves this. If you wanted to add a little bit of mozzarella cheese over the top, yes, that is how we do it. I'm just gonna give it kind of a stir to make sure the meat on the bottom gets some of that seasoning. I'm only gonna add in a little bit of water just so it doesn't burn, because this meat is gonna give off some water too, and I don't need it to be really soupy or anything like that. You can use peppercini rings or like the banana pepper rings if you wanted, if you don't like pepperoncinis, but I love pepperoncinis. So I add in a little bit of the juice. And then we're gonna toss in a ton of pepperoncinis because they're scrumptious. When I was a kid, we would eat pepperoncinis over brick cheese with a little bit of salt, and that was like a snack for us. Like, pepperoncinis, they're so good. Leo doesn't like them like that, but I love them. Leo's like, just throw the whole thing in there. I said, that's what I'm gonna do. I was trying to be conservative, but you don't have to add as many as I do, but I like a lot, so. Yeah, I do. Like, I pick them out of here and I eat them like that. It's just really good to me, so I don't know. And when you cook them, it doesn't make the meal spicy. It just gives it a nice flavor, right?
Once in a while, though, it will get a little spicy.
But even my kids will eat it, but they disintegrate down to nothing, so you don't have to worry about the stems or anything like that. So again, we're just gonna throw it on high. I'll say about 6 hours, but just leave it on high for, yeah, 4 to 6 hours will be good. but you want to let it cook as long as possible. I would say at least 6, but ideally at least 8, just because this cut of meat is a little tough. But yeah, that's it. So one of our major dishes is already prepped, good to go. We'll start on the next. We are going to do a sheet pan meal. So basically I just have a baking dish lined with foil. We might need 2 or see how it goes. And what I'm planning on doing for this is a chicken fajita. So right here I have some defrosted chicken tenderloins. These are boneless and skinless. I just have 1 pack of these, like one, you know, Costco comes in like a 2-pack of these. I just did 1 sleeve. So we're gonna add that. I don't know if I'm gonna cut these because these are tenderloins, so I'm just gonna leave them as is and just line them up on the sheet. Again, super convenient if you don't feel like cutting anything up. And opposed to getting chicken breast, you can get the chicken tenderloin, which I believe are a little bit cheaper than the breast as well. And they're pretty lean. So here they have, for 4 ounces is 0.5 fat, 0 carbs, 26 protein, and 110 calories. So still pretty lean, only 1/2 gram of fat, which is good. And then I'm also going to add in some bell pepper. I like these a lot, just to get in some good nutrients from the veggie. And then to season them, I'm just gonna sprinkle on some taco seasoning. You can do a fajita seasoning, or you could even do like, make your own like red salsa or, you know, something like that and do it. But we're gonna keep everything really simple and easy today. So again, I'm just gonna go through, I'm gonna open up these packages and I'm going to put them on here, and I'm also gonna cut up these peppers. All right, my friends, so here is that 1 sheet pan meal. Again, we're going for more of a ease and, you know, simplicity this week. We're gonna be kind of busy with the kids since everybody's gonna be off, and I just wanted to make sure that I had meals prepped for us so we can get up and go to the gym, and, you know, we're not gonna be eating out and stuff like that, because eating out for a family of 5 is super expensive, and it's gonna be really nice outside. So we're probably gonna have some family over as well, so I wanted to be able to have a little bit of assortment and ways to break up the meals throughout the week. So, and we haven't had like a chicken fajita in a while. We've been doing like more ground beef tacos, and I felt like this would be a nice change. So I just wanted to make sure that everything was nicely seasoned and put in. So as you can see, we got it all nice. Everything's out of 1 sheet pan. It was super easy to go ahead and just put this together, just because the only thing we had to do was chop up the peppers. I have the oven preheated at 425 degrees, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add that in there for about 30-45 minutes until the chicken's done. And that's it. That's super simple, and you could add your toppings, avocados, sour cream. That's the crock pot. Avocados, sour cream, lime. You can do over tortilla chips. You can do low carb tortillas. You could put it over lettuce and have it over a salad. I mean, the possibilities are endless, but this is a great, you know, protein to have. So protein number 2 is pretty much all wrapped up, and we're gonna toss this in the oven, and then we'll be back for the next. So for protein number 3 is also going to be a chicken variety, right? But we're gonna use some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I got these from Costco. Again, we're only using 1 sleeve, and everybody loves these. Even I could eat these, because since they are boneless and skinless, they're actually a little bit leaner. So for the 4-ounce portion of the boneless, skinless thighs is 4.5 fat, 0 carbs, and 22 grams of protein. You do wanna make sure you're getting some fat in there. Not every protein has to be the leanest of the lean. And I like doing the boneless, skinless, because first off, it's easier to eat. It is a little bit, it has the fat is less, but it's good. It's a different type of chicken, you know? So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna bake these 2. Our oven is already going at 4 1/4 with the chicken fajitas. So we're gonna add these in there. Just to give it a little bit of a different kick though, we are going to use this Kinder's lemon pepper. Very, very good. Very good. If you guys didn't want to bake these in the oven, you could put these on a flat top griddle and do them that way, or even throw them on the grill, and they come out really good as well. But the wind isn't on our side here today, so we're gonna go through and just throw them in a baking sheet. So I'm gonna open up all of these. So what I'm gonna do is I just take out each piece and I line it on each sheet here. I'll probably bake 2 of these sheets. This lemon pepper from Kinder's is really, really good. We did get this at Costco as well. We've had their buttery one. I didn't like that buttery one, right?
That one was kind of gross.
Yeah, and then, but I also had the truffle one, and that one was really, really tasty. So yeah, just go through and give it a nice seasoning. If you wanted to add in some garlic or whatever, you can do that as well. But I feel like just the seasoning by itself is good enough, don't you think?
Yeah, because we grilled some like these a couple weeks ago, no?
Yeah, and they were really, really good. And again, everybody eats them, the kids, whatever, and it's just a nice little addition to the meal prep family. You could throw these over some lettuce as well. I mean, possibilities are endless. It's chicken, you guys already know. So we're gonna go through and let's show them what it looks like real quick. So here is what they look like. So this is gonna be our protein number 3. These are gonna go into the oven at 4 1/4 as well. And these are gonna bake for about 425 for about 45 minutes to an hour. Make sure you are temping your chicken. You want it to be at least, I think, 180 degrees.
No, this about 150. No, sorry.
Not chicken.
About 160.
160?
Yeah.
Oh, I was at 180, but
Well, we do 180 at work because they make us go above the regular suggested temperature.
yeah, we'll just make sure they're cooked all the way because, you know.
The thighs are hard to overcook. They
Yeah, I usually cook mine for about an hour because you don't want the worms, okay? What does my sister say? You're gonna be scooting your butt across the rug. Anyways, yeah, these are gonna go into the oven for about an hour. And now we are on protein number 4. So we're gonna do 5 main dishes, turns out. These are the first little batch I showed you are ones that I will partake in, and the last one is gonna be Leo's concoction. But let me show you what we're gonna come up with here. I kind of thought of this, I don't know how, I think it was Pinterest. You know, I get up sometimes, I have trouble sleeping, and I get up in the middle of the night and I'm like, Pinterest, and then here I am. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna take some of this Jennie-O. This is the 99% lean ground turkey, and look at this, for 4 ounces, 120, 1.5 fat, 0 carbs, 26 protein. Just as lean as the chicken thighs, okay? And it's pretty good. But anyways, we're gonna go through and we're gonna heat that up. I have a little pan, a little bit of avocado oil. We're also gonna add in one of these mushroom medleys into that little mix. And I wanna season it with a little bit of liquid aminos. And I'm thinking of like a Asian stir-fry-ish meal. That's kind of the plan, and I wanted to serve it on the butter lettuce, like in little cups, right? Sounds good. And then I could have some rice on the side. So that's kind of what I thought. Something different. I was getting kind of tired of the same old, same old. So I want to go through and then just brown up this ground turkey first. It's not going to take long because it's only, I got 2 pounds, and we'll get that started initially. And then once that breaks down, we're going to add in the mushroom and then just season it up. It's going to be super simple, but really, really good and full of flavor. I'm going to add in just a little bit of the liquid aminos. So I use these in opposed to like a soy sauce. Be careful because this stuff is super, super salty. It can really ruin a meal. So just start off with a little bit and then add, because like I said, it can ruin a whole ass meal. And Leo's real sensitive to anything salty. So I have some fresh minced garlic. I'm just gonna add that in because we like garlic. Keeps the vampires away. Just gonna go through and mix everything and just brown it. We're gonna add in some of these. These are the cut baby corns. I forgot I had this. This is a low carb version of those little like corns you would see in the meals. So it's only 5 carbs per serving, 25 calories. So I'm actually gonna drain these and add that in there. This is, I forgot I had this. If you ever wanted to make like an elote, but you're low carb, this is what you need, but it needs to be this brand, okay? They're not all created equal, so make sure it's this brand because this is the low carb one. So I'm gonna toss that in there. Okay, so I was talking to you guys for this whole time and never hit record. So what I did was I added the bag of mushrooms and the can of baby corn, but I went through and I cut it. Here's the corn. I cut it up and I'm just letting it cook down. The meat tastes really good right now. The meat is all cooked up, but I want to just let everything get mixed together and kind of simmer down and warm up. Just because those mushrooms are frozen, so they're gonna release some water. And then I will try it again and see if I need to add in more seasoning. Again, the liquid amino is a great substitution for soy sauce. It has the essential amino acids in it, which are really important and essential for muscle recovery. but it is very salty. So again, very simple, and we're getting lots of good veg in here too. Very full of flavor and super easy for on the go. And I think it'll be really great to have with those little caps. So those little butter noodle, or what I call butter lettuce leaves. So, but all right, so we'll let this do its thing, and then we'll be back and we'll try it out, see how it tastes. So I had Leo try this, and then I tried it, and it was really good. So basically, start off small. I would say probably about, I did 2 pounds of ground turkey, so I added maybe about 1.5 tablespoons of the liquid aminos, and then kind of go from there. And then I added about probably 1 tablespoon of fresh garlic, and that was it. That's all the seasoning I used. And then the mushrooms were already seasoned, and then we had the little bits of corn. And that's it. This is all done. I'm just gonna let it cool for a second, and then I will throw it in a Tupperware and let it cool before I toss it in the fridge. So far, what are we looking at for our main meals? We have, we're gonna have like the beef sandwiches, we're gonna have the chicken fajitas, chicken thighs, and then ground turkey, like Asian mix. So we're looking pretty good. I think that's gonna be it as far as main. Leo's gonna do something with some ground beef. I'll show you when he gets that kind of together, but we'll start working on our sides next. So here is that chicken all cooked up. This is the chicken fajita. And what I do is I went through and I picked up a bunch of these. Like these are come in a 3-pack of storage Tupperware, so that way when I put them in the refrigerator, they can all stack on top of each other nicely. I just add this to my little like storage dish right here, and then I let it cool off on the table, and then I will put it in the fridge. Don't put your food away hot, because Leo said you get salmonella, right babe? Even if you're not on any type of fitness journey, this is just, I wish I would have done this when I was working full-time outside the house. It would have saved me so much money on like the weekly, like the daily drop-ins to the grocery store or eating out. This is really something that I should have done a long time ago, but that's okay, because we're gonna go ahead and spread the wealth and put you guys on, because Sunday resets are essential to having a successful. I wanted to show you what Leo came up with for his. This is just ground beef. This is the 80, I think it's the 88% lean one, and he just cooked it down. And then what he ended up doing was taking some chopped up red potatoes that we had left over from last week from St. Patrick's Day, and he chopped them up, put them in here, salt, pepper, garlic, and that was it. And it came out really good, and you could eat it with tostadas. You put a little bit of hot sauce on there, and it's just an easy way to kind of make everything go. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the Tupperware too. So that's looking really good. And this still has about 4 hours left, but look at how delicious that is looking as well. The chicken thighs are all done, and I just kind of let them sit in the oven for a minute to cool down, because I didn't have the space on the counter. But look at how good they are, nice and juicy. And I'm just going to throw these in the Tupperware, and these can go away. But look, we got all this cooking done, and minimal cleanup as well, which is something I prefer because we don't have a dishwasher. I am the dishwasher, and you know, oops. But anyways, I'm gonna put these all away. But slowly but surely, we are getting there. I'm just gonna wipe down the oven real quick, or the stove, and like kind of clean up a little bit. And then we're gonna work on our rice, and then I wanna do a cucumber salad.
We're not okay. I look into your eyes.
So next up is going to be some French fries. These are gonna be our sides. I just have my knife sitting here.
You're like potato.
Anyways, I did wash these, but I'm going to keep the skin on, and I just have my little basket here, and I just chop these up, and so they look like French fries, and that's really it. And then I season them with a little bit of what is it, the coconut oil spray, you know, the nonstick spray, and then I put some seasoning salt, and then I just cook them in the air fryer at like 390 for about 25 minutes, and that's it. Everybody loves them, and I cut them up just so they look like a steak fry. I keep the skin on, and yeah, super good, super easy to cook, and they really do go a long way. So I have this many out right now. If we have company, I might just make another batch, because these go so quick. So very quick. How about it, Lee?
Mm-hmm. They're real good, that's why.
Yeah, they are really, really good. So, and the baking potatoes, the macros are really good too. These are just a white potato, and you can get like 100 grams for, I think 100 grams is the serving size. So a little bit goes a long way. And I actually prefer these over like the frozen ones. So this, Leo's like, you can't put them all in there. Sure I can. I just give them a nice little spritz. They'll be all right. They'll shrink and then flip. And then I just kind of go through like that. We'll get some that fall out the side, that's okay. And then I will go in with some seasoning salt. Some people, I see Nicole Burgers has like a French fry seasoning. That looks legit. But this is all I have. Don't go too heavy on seasoning salt because it will be too salty and it'll ruin your fries. I've done that. You guys know. I just don't, I feel like too much salt can really ruin a meal, and I don't want you guys to ruin your meal. And I feel like some of these things can really do that to you guys, especially with how expensive food is right now. You don't want to be wasting it. Here is the chopped up fries. I'm gonna throw these in my air fryer. I have the Ninja Foodie. So here's the Ninja Foodie. I'm just going to plug it up. That would probably work out nice. And put it on at, what are we doing? We are doing 390 for about 20 minutes. And that's it. So I really love this thing. And I'm using the air crisp mode, if you guys were wondering. We are trucking along here, and here are the French fries. So they cooked about a half an hour, just because I did make a big serving. So you could see nice and golden. This, like I said, this is the Ninja Foodie. Absolutely love it. And then I just kind of toss everything. And I'm just going to put it in their little container and call it a day and let them cool before I store them away. You can just sprinkle them with a little bit. I might just add these little ones down here in for just a few minutes longer, just so they can get a little bit crispier. But I like to just sprinkle them with a little, while they're hot, with a little bit of seasoned salt. But try them first before you do that, guys, because you don't want to over salt them, because I did that last week and they were gross. I showed these in a Costco haul, I believe, at the beginning of the month, and these are the Produce Saver Tupperwares. I really do enjoy them. Don't put watermelon in them because it spills. But I have some berries cleaned. As you can see, the kids already got, oh damn, already got into one of the berries. But that is the blueberries, and then we have, oh yeah, blueberries. And then right here is the blackberries. And I can tell you this for sure, that they keep them nice and fresh. Nothing gets like soggy or nothing. I had lettuce in the big one and it stayed crunchy for a week. So, and nothing went brown or wilted or nothing like that. So highly recommend these. Just easy to have them like cleaned up and ready to go for the kids. So that way, less snacking, you know what I mean? So I'm going to try a new side dish today, okay? One of them is gonna be a cilantro lime kind of cauliflower or cabbage, I guess. So what I'm gonna use is I'm gonna use this whole bag. This is the cruciferous, is that how you say it again? Cruciferous? Cruciferous? I don't know, that word. Crunch collection. It's kale, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, green cabbage, and red cabbage. So I'm gonna dump that all in there, and then I'm gonna take probably about, I don't know, probably this head of cabbage too, and dice it up and put it in there at first, and then I'll meet you guys over at the table because we're gonna make our own, it's like kind of a cilantro jalapeno lime dressing to go over the top. I'm very excited about this one, so fingers crossed. I want to start on the actual dressing for the cabbage salad that we have, right? So the base of the I did it for 12 servings because it's a huge salad, but our dressing, our base of it is going to be the Fage 0% Greek yogurt. So this way we're actually going to get not only some carbs, but some protein in the dressing. I need to do 1 cup of it. So I think it'll just be easier to do it on the scale and opposed to using a measuring cup, because, you know, I want to add in, this is the minced garlic. They say about 1 clove. And then I'm actually going to use some cilantro. And what I'm going to do, because we're going to have it in like this food processor or blender. I think this is the food processor part. I don't know. But I'm just going to use this whole bunch. because I like a lot of cilantro. I think it's really tasty. And I'm just going to rip off the top part here. And then I'm going to take the juice of 2 limes, and then we'll add in some salt and pepper. And I'm gonna do something a little bit different that this recipe didn't call for, but I wanted to add a little bit of spice to the recipe. And I wanna add in a jalapeno. So we have our bowl right here, and we had a little interlude because my mom stopped by. But let's go ahead and pull this blade out. So here is that dressing. And I'm just going to kind of pour it over little by little and then mix it. I wanted to do something just a little bit different for a side. So if I have to make 2 servings, then I'll make 2. It's not that big of a deal. But smells super fragrant. And I thought for the warm weather, this would be kind of fun, in opposed to just, you know, everything else that we all do, you know? So just keep adding in and then flipping it around. I'll have Rhea try this because I think she's up here. Yep, she's up here. You want to know what my new concoction is, Rhea?
Yes.
So this is a like cabbage salad, but instead of doing like coleslaw, like with mayonnaise and everything, I made a lime cilantro dressing.
That's actually kind of good.
Yeah, if you come over here, you could smell it. I mean, you're gonna want to let this sit, you know, and let the lime kind of like break down the cabbage and everything, but nonetheless, it's really good and fresh. And again, you're getting a lot of good nutrition from the veg in here, and then you're getting some protein with the actual dressing. So we're hitting all the groups, you know. Can you want to just do a little smell test first? What do you smell? How do you think?
I'm congested, Mom. I can't.
Allergies. It's allergies.
Oh yeah, no, I've taken like 5 COVID tests. They're all negative.
All right.
Oh, I can smell it. It
do you
smells like the cilantro and lime dressing you get from
Trader Joe's, right?
Trader Joe's, yes.
All right, so this is kind of what it looks like. As you can see, it's nice and covered. All right, Ray. You don't have to, she's not going to be on camera, but. Okay.
It's good.
It's good? Mm-hmm. You like the crunch? Yeah? All right, I rinsed the spoon, so I'm going to put it back in so I can try some. So here is mine. Perfect, perfect. This is the rice I use. It's just a jasmine rice. I'm gonna make 2 cups of this and then just store it, and you could add it to whatever meal, but just to have it prepared is easy because we could just use it as a side. I could put the chicken on top of it, the beef, the chicken thighs. You could dress it up, but as long as it's cooked and ready to go, it just alleviates some worry for during the week, and it just makes it a lot easier for cleanup as well. So we're gonna go ahead and start that, and then I will be back. But I'm not gonna show you how to make rice. It's just following the directions on the back of the bag. But this is the brand that I use. I get mine from Tony's. I think this big bag is like $5, but it lasts me probably about a month or 2. I don't have rice every week, but this week for the meals I'm making, I am making some rice. So we're gonna start on the cucumber salad. This is gonna be, I assume kind of they call it like a Korean style salad. I'm gonna kind of change up little ingredients because I don't have some stuff on hand. But anyways, I'm gonna use my mandolin slicer, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Leo hates when I use this thing, but I love how thin it cuts the cucumber. So I'm gonna go through with about, I have 3 large cucumbers. Guys, cucumbers are like so expensive right now. I never remember them being this much, but honey, whew. They're like 2 for $1, and I usually get them for like 3 for $1 or 4 for $1. So anyways, I'm gonna go through and then put my little safety on and just keep mandolin slicing my stuff. So here are the cucumbers. Got them nice and finely sliced, like them like that. And then we're gonna start adding in our ingredients. Again, I'm doing some things a little bit differently because I don't have some of this stuff. So first thing we're gonna use is some rice vinegar. That does say you can use apple cider vinegar, but I like this rice vinegar better. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons. I love this stuff for salad dressings. If you never tried it, highly recommend. We're gonna do 1 tablespoon of the liquid aminos and opposed to coconut. I am going to add in some garlic powder. And we're gonna add, so we did garlic powder, and we're gonna do salt and pepper, season to taste. And then it does call for like the Korean red chili flakes. I don't have those, but I do have these. These are the green and red hatch chili flakes, so I'm gonna add in a little bit of those. And then I'm going to add in 2 packets of Splenda because I like it to be a little sweet. And let's add in everything and we'll mix and see how it tastes. All right, so here is our salad. Just basically throwing the ingredients together. I did add a little bit more rice vinegar because I like a little bit more rice vinegar, but it's completely up to you guys how you want to do it. But all right, we got a taste tester. We got Becky here. Oh. What do you think?
Good.
It's good? Would you recommend to our friends?
Mm-hmm.
All right, my friends, here it is. This is a Korean cucumber salad. You guys can see here, super good, very easy, minimal ingredients, and everything you can find at the grocery store. I do get these from Trader Joe's, but if you have like red pepper flakes, you can use those as well, I believe. But there we go. I'm gonna put that in the fridge and close that up, and then let the vinegar do its trick, and it'll kind of thin them out as well. And here is our rice. So just real light, fluffy. I'm just kind of stirring around. This was 2 cups of the dried rice. So I'm just gonna let that kind of sit for a minute. I just wanted to break it up. Looking pretty good. So to kind of just show you what the fridge looks like, here are the French fries, the coleslaw, it's my turkey bacon for the week. I make that fresh when I get here in the morning because some days I have more than 1 piece, and this doesn't bother me to cook up, and I prefer to cook it fresh. Chicken thighs. Here is Leo's ground beef. That is the chicken fajitas. Here is the ground turkey with the mushroom and the corn. And this is our cucumber salad. So we are fully stocked. That is the lettuce we're going to use for wraps. So everything looks really good. And then we also have the berries behind there. So everything is coming together very, very nicely. I just have to let that rice cool, and I will put that in the container. And I got to clean up a little bit around here, but here is that meat here. All right, so here is that. And then you could actually, honestly, if you wanted to, we could probably just pull it out now. I don't know, maybe we will try it. Let's see. I just want to show you, there's the meat, and we'll try it. Oh man, perfect. We're gonna stop that. That's perfect, that's done. And we'll go ahead and package this up, but that is delicious, super flavorful. The meat is super tender, and it has a banging flavor. Leo asked for me to leave it this way. You could still just eat this on a plate like that and top it with some cheese or put it on a tortilla, some bread, whatever you want to do. But Leo said he wants to eat this over rice this week. And with this gravy and everything, will be legit hella fire. So very good. Again, minimal ingredients, super easy. I mean, we were able to make all of this food in about 3 hours time with super easy ingredients and very easy cleanup. So yes, my friends. All right, my friends, I know this is what I look like during Sunday reset. I'm like a mess. But I wanted to kind of just pop on here and thank you guys so much for sticking with me in today's video. I know it's a little bit different, but hopefully it gives you some ideas, some meal inspiration, some what's for dinner ideas, or some ways to maybe motivate you in starting your own weekly meal prep. Really motivate you to just kind of get the Sunday reset mindset going, to really invest a couple hours out of your day, 1 day a week, to really help you succeed all you want to in your life. What is the thing, how does the saying go? When you fail to plan, you plan to fail. No truer words have been spoken. I'm gonna finish cleaning up these dishes and wipe down my counter. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one. If you're new, please subscribe and hit the notification bell and all the good things. All right, I'm out of here. Bye guys.